to teach, so I get excited every week. A couple of reminders as you get up out of your chairs. We have our Mobility Matters program happening now. We're on the last 2 weeks of it, but it's honestly not too late to join. You can still get a lot out of it. So you can find that information on our Slack page. And then we have our hydration station program also happening. This is all on Slack. Jenny just posted one of the posts this morning, so make sure to go check that out. It's just a good way to keep hydration at the front of your mind. And then today we have our How to Build a Workout Routine webinar. Dorian is hosting this at 10:30 Pacific time this morning. All right. Let's get going with our balance break. No equipment needed today unless your balance is just feeling off and you want to have a stable surface nearby. You're welcome to. I want you to start with your feet hip distance apart and parallel, so all 10 toes pointed forward. Inhale, reach your arms high. On your exhale, forward fold, feeling free to keep your knees as bent as you need to. Let your head hang heavy, arms hang heavy. On your inhale, take your hands to right above your knees to a halfway lift. So I want you to come to a flat back, pull your shoulder blades back and down, and then exhale, release into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, tabletop back. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly roll all the way up, articulating through your spine one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the very last thing to come up. From here, I want you to come into a simple march. So you're taking one knee up and then the other. Now notice I'm moving slow here because we want to start engaging our core and then squeezing our glute every time in that standing leg. You have the option here to start to pull that knee into your chest. Now, this is going to require a little bit more mobility and balance. So you can pull from the front of your knee, or you can pull right under your thigh. Whatever kind of feels best for you. But in this, whether you're marching or pulling, you want to make sure you're not bringing your chest to your knee, but bringing your knee towards your chest. So my chest stays open. That way I get that mobility in my low back, my hips. And it's a better challenge for your balance because when I lean forward, I'm just counterbalancing. So it's taking away that balance challenge. One more each side, or make it even. And then we're going to switch to butt kicks. So taking your heel and bringing it towards your glute. Again, we want to take it slower so this is not a jog. And we're keeping the front of our body open. So you're going to feel an opening in those quads. You have the option to stay here, or you can grab your foot, pull it into that quad stretch, and switch. This one takes definitely more mobility and more stability. So if you need to hold on to something and you want to try it, you can, or just stick with those butt kicks. You're still going to get that opening, still going to get that balance challenge. Feel free to move at your own pace here. One more each side, or again, just make it even wherever you're at. And then shake those legs out. From here, we're coming to a figure 4 stretch. So you can either lean against a wall or hold on to something if you need, but we're going to take our right leg and cross the ankle over our left knee. Now I want you to make sure that ankle is above your knee, not on your knee joint. From here, you're going to sink your hips back into that figure 4 stretch. So you're going to feel that stretch in that back of your hip. You might even feel it in the inner thigh. Kind of depends where you're tightest. So if you're like this, you're kind of floating in midair, which is a lot of balance and a lot of strength. So if you need to, you can hold on to your desk or wall, or you can even lean against a wall and find almost like a little wall sit. Now, when I'm hinging forward, I'm increasing that stretch and then light pressure on that right knee is also going to increase the stretch. Wherever you feel it is the right spot. So for me, I feel it deep in my hip. You might feel it in the back of your hip, inner thigh. Just depends on what your body's feeling today. Go ahead and stand up and we'll switch sides. Shake that left leg out first, and then left ankle crosses over right knee, right above the knee, and then you'll hinge. Now your range of motion is going to look different than mine. You might be able to get lower, you might be up higher. Everyone's hips are different. So just find your stretch, something you can breathe through. This stretch helps release the hips, but in turn helps release the low back, which I think that's probably our biggest complaint we hear, is low back tightness and pain. Go ahead and come on up, release that leg, shake it out. I want you to shift your weight back to that left leg. Your right leg is going to come out into a lateral lift. So you're here, and then option to tap down at the bottom or keep it hovering. So we just stretched the back of the hips and the sides of the hips, and now we're activating the side of the hip or that glute med. So if you're doing our Mobility Matters program, we talked a lot about that muscle during our webinar on Monday. This glute med is a very important muscle that often gets forgotten about. But this is a really easy way to activate it. Just a simple side leg lift. If you're having a hard time feeling that muscle, poke it. Just poke the side of your glute. It'll help your mind connect to that muscle. I know it sounds funny, but it really works. Lift and lower. 2 more. And then we'll switch. So right leg plants, left leg goes out, and take it down. Again, you have the option to hover or to tap to reset. You might notice that one side is easier to activate than the other. That's pretty common. Think about like if you cross your legs one direction all the time at your desk, this hip is a lot more lengthened than this one. So that can make a big difference when we go to activate a muscle. 2 and 1. Go ahead and shake it out. All right, we are coming to our balance challenge of the day. We're going to do a quad stretch, and it's going to go into what's called a dancer's pose in yoga. Now, I want to give you an option that is going to use a chair. So if you have a chair and you don't want to hold your leg, you can just prop your foot up on a chair so that you still get that balance. If you don't have a chair near you and you don't want to grab your leg, you can use this lunge position to get that stretch. It's just not going to be as much of a balance challenge, but you can always do it. So for this quad stretch, I want you to grab one foot. So right foot into right hand. Excuse me, I have to grab water because I have a tickle in my throat. So right foot in right hand. And you're holding here. So feel free to hold onto a wall. I want you to start with everything nice and open. So shoulders above the hips, above the ankles. Heel is pulled into the glute. Now from here, I want you to press that foot into the right hand. So you're going to just feel that activation through the front of the quad. And then we're going to hinge, just like we did in that figure 4. Option to reach that left arm out. So you can lower your upper body towards the floor as much as is there for you. To open up your chest even more, you can even walk that right hand to the inside of that right foot. These are all options. Not mandatory. You're just finding your challenge today. And I want you to breathe while you hold. Reset as many times as you need. One more breath. And then I want you to come out of this with control. So come up to a stand, release that leg, set the foot down gently, shake it out, and we'll switch sides. So again, option to use a chair, step into that lunge, or stay in the quad stretch, whatever works best for you. So kick that left foot up into the left hand, hold on to the wall if you need, open up the front of your body, start to press that left foot into the left hand. If you're ready, start to hinge forward. My standing leg is slightly bent. I'm going to reach my right arm in front. Option to open that left shoulder more by walking the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Core is strong. Breathing as you hold. Resetting as many times as you need. One more breath, and then you'll slowly come up, release that foot, shake it out. That is all we have for today. Thank you for joining me. Please let me know if you have any questions. If not, I will see you back here next week.
Thank you, Kimber.